Hello everyone, this is Skinny Gamer back again to do an all new collection video. This time we're gonna do my NES collection as of 2020. And this is my small collection of physical cards right here. And before I get started, I'm gonna give you a little backstory. I never played much of an NES as a kid. Super Nintendo was my go-to as a kid, so I never much experience with the NES like other people had when they have their childhoods and all that. Super Nintendo was my first game what got me into gaming. And before I now experience my late teenagers and an adult, I experience now how good the NES game is, how it first started and all that with the 8-bit era and all the other stuff. So that's all. I don't have much physical cards right here because and I don't collect much for it because I have this right here. The reprint of the NES Classic Edition I got for GameStop like years ago, before scalpers racing prices going up and all that other stuff. And I got the NES controller I got for like $10 when it first came out. So when the reprint came out, so yeah, so I don't have much physical cards of this because I don't have the essentials like the Mario's and Donkey Kongs and Zeldas and Kirby's and all that because of this right here. So I can play any of those classics on this bad boy right here. So this is my NES Classic right here. So now, let's go to my physical cards. And so let's start with like the rarest Disney Capcom game and all that. I have in the blue case right here. And that is Darkwing Duck on the NES. I got this for like I always wanted the game for a really long time, and I got it like $45 on eBay and all that. But this game go for a lot of money because it's like the most rarest Disney expensive game. I beat this game like this year and all that. It's kind of like Disney version of Mega Man. If you like harder games like Mega Man, if you like the TV show and the cartoon back in the day, like I have back in the day, if you like harder games, I highly recommend Darkwing Duck. It's like you like collectibles for the NES and all that. You need to pick Darkwing Duck up. It's a really great game. So there's that one. Let's go off with the physical cards now. We have the Adventure Island. Really good 8-bit platformer. Chip 'n Dale Rescue Ranger, based off the classic cartoon TV show I grew up with as a kid. A really great co-op game too. We have the classic Contra. Super sad didn't add Contra on the NES Classic Edition of it. They only added Super C, but not the original. So glad to have this. You know, everybody knows Contra is great, shoot 'em up, hard, all that stuff. So really good game. The classic arcade of the original Donkey Kong right here. Since I have the original Donkey Kong, I had the arcade classic series of Donkey Kong. So really, everybody old school Donkey Kong is a classic and all that. Don't need to say much of it. So Donkey Kong arcade classic. Next up, we have Double Dribble. Really cool arcade basketball game from Konami. And right here, I got it for like $20 and all that, which I have in the sleeve right here. I don't know if I could get it out or not, but this is, if the camera focused, yeah, there you go. Like Flintstones and Flintstones, the Rescue of Donald Happy. It's a really good the good 8-bit platformer and all that. The one, the Dino Peak one, it's so expensive. I got it for like $20, $20 this year, and I'm super happy to have this in my collection. I love the Flintstones as a kid, and I can't get the card out because it's stuck in this case, and I don't want to make the struggling process and all that. So Flintstones, the Rescue of Dino and Hoppy, really good. That 8-bit platform game, like the Flintstones and the cartoon as a kid and all that, like I have. So really great game. And then we have Iron Sword, Wizards of Warriors 2. This was one of the games I got from my friend Matthew, aka Game Boy SB13. Really good RPG and all that. And he added 2 copies. He just gave me one to build my NES collection right here. And yeah, this is a really good RPG, like 8-bit RPGs. Next up, we have The Little Mermaid, really good 8-bit Disney platform game. If you like a fan of The Little Mermaid and all that, I highly recommend this game. Next up, we have River City Ransom, which I used to have this on my Wii Virtual Console, but I don't have it anymore since I got this for like $20 on eBay like a couple years ago. It's a really good 8-bit beat 'em up. It's really fun. I played this on the Wii Virtual Console years ago. It's a really fun. If you like beat 'em ups and all that started all in the 8-bit era, before like Street Rage and all that, I highly recommend River City Ransom. It's an awesome 8-bit 3D beat 'em up. And then next up we have the Tengen cart of Shinobi. I got it for like Game On Expo last year for $10. Like, and not as good as the arcade one, like the Sega arcade one, and the Sega Genesis games and all that. But yeah, it was alright. I think it's pretty good, but not as good as the Sega Genesis ones in my opinion. So it's a good game, but not as good as the Sega Genesis ones. And next up, we have there's another hardest Disney game and all that, based on the TV show I grew up with as a kid. And that is OEO Tailspin. OEO Tailspin. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. Yeah, it's a really good harder Disney game. Is one of these games on the Disney Afternoon Collection on the PS4 and all that. So if you like harder games and all that stuff, if you're a fan of the TV show and a fan of Disney in general, I highly recommend Tailspin. Classic TV show, but it's hard 8-bit game as of now. And lastly, the last two games I have is Tiny Toon games, which I love the Tiny Toons as a kid. I have the first season on DVD. I love the Tiny Toons Adventures as a kid, watching it every morning. So I have Tiny Toons Adventures 1 and Tiny Toons Adventures 2. Tiny Toons Adventures 1 is kind of like a Super Mario Bros. Ripoff, which I love the platforming and all that. It's really fun. I really love that. And the second one, not as good as the first one right here, because all the focusing on on mini games and roller coasters and all that stuff. So if you like Tiny Toon games and all that, I highly recommend the first one. It's like a platforming game from Konami, but the second one, and not so much of that. So those two, this one is really great, but this one's not as good. So. And yeah, that's it, you guys, for my NES collection of 2020. Hope we do more update collection videos really soon. Tell me, what's your favorite memories of the NES? Leave a comment below. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe. If you want to follow me up for some more upcoming videos, check out my Facebook fan page at facebook.com/tsgamer7. And I'll see y'all next time with another video. Thank you very much, and goodbye.